Okay, guys. Well, we have the simple present statements with irregular verbs. In English, we have in present the verb plus s. Remember, I work in a company, but she works in a company. The verb is plus s for he, she, it. It was what we were practicing last class. We have some irregular verbs that change the form. For example, the ones that we see in this grammar box. Let's listen to the examples. Please pay attention.
Page 38. Exercise 4. Grammar focus. Simple present statements with irregular verbs.
I have a bike. My mother has a car.
We do our homework every day. My father does a lot of work at home.
My parents go to work by train. The train goes downtown.
Okay, so in this case, we have the verbs here. With the subjects I, you, we, and they, we use the simple form of the verb. So, for example, I have a bike, have in simple form. We do our homework every day. Do in the simple form of the verb do, to do. My parents go to work by train because my parent is they, the subject, so the verb is in simple form, go to work. But it's different when we have the subjects he, she, and it. They are the third singular persons. So, my mother is she, my father is he, and the train is it. So my mother has a car, not have, not has, but has. My mother has a car. My father does with es. My father does a lot of work at home. The train goes, not go. The train goes downtown. So the verb have in simple form will change to has for he, she, it. Do for I, you, we, they will change for does for he, she, it. And the verb go will be goes for he, she, it. That's the way our irregular verbs change. So, questions with this grammar, we have Yuto is talking about his family and his friend Austin. Complete the sentences, then compare with a partner. So we have my parents. The subject in this sentence is my parents. My parents is they. The subject they, the personal pronoun. So the verb that I use is have, not has. My parents have a house in the suburbs. My mom and dad, again, they, my parents, my mom and dad, go or goes, well, in this case, go. Go downtown to work. So, continue, work individually on this exercise, and we will check in 4 minutes. Okay, guys, let's start checking. Let's begin with Elvis. Elvis, continue. My parents are very busy.
So I do
Continue.
a lot for work at home.
Yeah, perfect, because the subject is I. The conjugation is do. I do a lot of work at home. Excellent. Victor, number 2.
My brother doesn't live with USA. Use. He has an apartment in the city.
Continue.
Uh, he goes to the school all day, and he does his homework at night.
Okay, great. Remember pronunciation. My brother doesn't live with
Live.
us,
Okay.
not
Us.
with
Leave us.
us. Yes, perfect. George, number 3.
I have a new friend. His name is Austin. We go to the same school, and sometimes we do our homework together.
Perfect. Thank you very much, George. That's good. So remember, for I, you, we, they, the verb is in simple form. But if the subject is he, she, or it, the verb is plus s. There are some irregular verbs like have, which changes to has, or do and go, does and goes. Perfect. So let's continue. Let's go for more practice. Now we will prepare some sentences about our family. For example, I have one brother and two sisters. My brother is a teacher. He has a car, so he drives to work. So you can give me information about your family, maybe your relatives. If you are married, you can tell me about your wife and children. If you are single and you live with your parents, you can tell me about your parents, your brothers, sisters, etc., etc. So prepare sentences about your family. Okay, guys, perfect. Now that you have your sentences about your family, do you have any questions, any problems to write your sentences?
No.
No problems. Excellent. Well, now Elvis, Victor, and George, you will work together. Elvis, you will tell your sentences to Victor. Victor, you will write notes about Elvis's sentences. Victor, you will tell your information about George. George, you will take notes about Victor's information. And George, you will tell your info to Elvis. Elvis, you will take notes about George's information. And at the end, you will give me a report about one of your classmates, about the other person. Okay? So give your information, take notes about your classmates, and you will have 6 minutes for this activity. Remember, when you go to these activities, you cannot speak Spanish. You have to speak only English. So everybody, please accept the invitation. Okay, guys, so tell me. Tell me about the other people. Let's start with Victor. Victor, tell me the information from your classmates.
¿La información de quién?
Another classmate, Elvis or George, I don't remember.
Okay. I have. Bueno. Jorge.
Okay,
Information with Jorge. Okay, dice, I have, bueno, do you have one brother and one sister? Your sister is engineering. She have 25 years old.
remember, you are talking about George, so you have to tell me he. He has,
He
because
has.
the verb to
Yes.
have is has for he, she, it. He has what?
He has, she has one brother and one sister.
Okay, he has one brother and one sister. Perfect. Now, remember that in English, we use the verb to be to express the age. For example, I am 44 years old. So,
Okay.
uh,
Entonces es
George's sister
has.
is, no, verb to be is. How old is she? She is, you mentioned 20 something, right?
5 years old.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Does living with your parents
So George lives with his parents.
lives? Mm-hmm.
Lives, remember, because it's he. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Victor. Okay, George, is your turn. Tell me about Elvis.
Okay, Elvis have two brothers and
Okay, Elvis has, because it's
Elvis has. Sorry,
he has.
Elvis has. Elvis has one sister.
Yes.
I don't know, remember si es, bueno, no recuerdo si son dos hermanas. Bueno, her brother live in USA and sister live in Mexico.
Okay, so his brother lives in USA and his sister lives in Mexico. Sorry, Elvis, tell me about Victor.
Okay, teacher. Victor has three sisters. One uh, is teacher in kindergarten. Two lawyer,
Uh-huh.
and three no remember. She's live in mom.
Who? Victor? Victor lives with his mom?
Yes.
Okay,
Uh,
that's it. Very good. Well, Jesus, good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, teacher. I fine.
Perfect. Tell us about your family.
Okay. Mm, I have two children. The name is Axel and Valentina,
Mhm.
and my wife name is Albi.
Okay, perfect. How old is Albi?
Perdón, teacher.
How old is your wife?
She is 29, 29
Okay.
old.
Yes, perfect. So she is 29 and you are 29. The same.
Teacher,
Okay, guys. Well, let's continue. Go to your book. It's exercise 5, pronunciation. The conjugation for third singular persons is the verb plus s, but we have different pronunciations for these endings. For example, one pronunciation is like letter S, normal, s, but another is like letter Z, like z, z. And another is the extra syllable is. So we have take, takes, but drive, drives, dance, dances. Okay? So listen to the pronunciation, please.
Page 38. Exercise 5. Pronunciation. Third person, singular S endings. Listen and practice. Notice the pronunciation of the S endings. S equals S. Take, takes. Sleep, sleeps. S equals Z. Drive, drives. Study, studies. ES equals is. Dance, dances. Watch, watches. Irregular. Do, does. Have, has.
Okay, guys. So we have takes, sleeps, drives, studies, dances, watches, do, does, have, has. They are irregular verbs. Okay. Exercise 6. Conversation. What time do you get up? Victor, what do you see on the picture?
Two people maybe speak for the school.
Yes, two people, maybe in the university. They are young people having a conversation. Let's listen to the conversation. Please pay attention.
Page 38. Exercise 6. Conversation. What time do you get up? Listen and practice.
Let's go to the park Sunday morning.
Good idea. But let's go in the afternoon. I sleep late on weekends.
What time do you get up?
I get up at noon.
Really? That's late. Do you eat breakfast at noon?
Yeah. What time do you get up?
At 10 o'clock.
Oh, that's early for a Sunday.
Hey, I have an idea. Let's eat at Park Cafe. They serve breakfast all day.
Perfect. So, questions with vocabulary?
Noon is mediodía. Noon.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
12 p.m. Any other?
Weekends, it's weekend, fin de semana, weekends es plural.
Saturday and Sunday. Weekends in
Okay.
general, all the weekends.
Okay. Thanks.
Perfect. Any other?
No.
Great. Well, here we have Paige with an invitation. She says, let's go. Let's go to the park Sunday morning. Adam considers it a good idea, but in the afternoon. What time do you get up? At noon. It's late. Do you eat breakfast at noon? Yes. The question back, what time do you get up? At 10 o'clock. Oh, that's early for a Sunday. Then she has another idea. Have lunch at Park Cafe. Well, breakfast, as a matter of fact. Let's practice the conversation. George, you are Paige. I'm sorry, Jesus, you are Paige. Victor, you are Adam. Let's read the conversation out loud. Please begin. 3, 2, go.
Let's go to the park Sunday morning.
Good idea. But let's go in the afternoon. I sleep late on the weekend.
What time do you get up?
I get up at noon.
Really? That's late. Do you eat breakfast at the noon?
Yeah. What time do you get up?
At 10 o'clock.
Oh, that's early for a Sunday.
Hey, I have it there. Let's eat a park cafe. They serve breakfast at day.
Okay, so remember, good idea.
Good idea.
Okay, basically, breakfast all day. And we say, let's eat at Park Cafe. Like in Spanish, it's in Spanish, Park Cafe.
And o'clock teacher is o'clock or o'clock.
It's o'clock, 0 minutes.
O'clock.
10,
Okay.
0, 0. 10, no minute, o'clock.
Okay, teacher.
Perfect. Well, I have some questions for you. Elvis, where or what place does Paige invite Adam?
Excuse me, teacher, repeat the question.
Yes, where does Paige invite Adam? So Paige makes an invitation for Adam, but
Mhm.
where does she want to go? Where does she invite him?
Invitation in the park.
Yes, so Paige invites Adam to the park. Okay, so Adam considers this invitation a good idea, but he wants to go in the afternoon. Why, Jesus? Why does Adam want to go in the afternoon? Jesus, turn on your microphone, please. Where are you?
Perdón, teacher, lo que pasa es que otro personal aquí en el sitio y me está jalando una reunión.
Okay, Victor.
Adam sleeping too late on weekends. This
Adam
is most.
sleeps late on weekends. Yes, exactly. Elvis, what time does he get up?
At 10 o'clock.
Not really. Paige gets up at 10 o'clock. But Adam, what time does Adam get up? Not
Okay.
Paige. Adam.
Okay. It's Adam and I get up and none
At
on
noon.
mediodía. None.
Yes, at noon. Fantastic. Very good. Victor. So Paige has another idea, another invitation. What place does she invite Adam at the end?
Can you repeat, please, the question? I
Yes,
have a lag.
at the end, Paige
Mhm.
invites Adam to another place. What place is it?
Let's the park cafe
Yes, at Park Cafe for breakfast.
for breakfast.
Okay, excellent. Very good, guys. Let's continue. Let's go to page 39. Here we have the grammar focus. Simple present questions. Pay attention, please.
Page 39. Exercise 7. Grammar focus. Simple present questions.
Do you get up early on Sundays?
No, I get up late.
Does he eat breakfast at 7 o'clock?
No, he eats breakfast at 7:30.
Do they take a taxi to class?
No, they take the bus.
What time do you get up?
At noon.
What time does she have dinner?
At 8 o'clock.
When do they take the subway?
On Mondays and Wednesdays.
Okay. In English, is very important to begin the questions with an auxiliary. So the auxiliaries for I, you, we, and they is do. But do as an auxiliary, remember, not as a verb. I, you, we, they, the auxiliary necessary for questions in simple present is do. For he, she, and it, the auxiliary
That's
is
it.
plus s, which is does. Yes, exactly. Does. Do and does. These auxiliaries are necessary for questions. Example, as we saw in the grammar box, we have do because the subject is you. Do you get up early on Sundays? Does because the subject is he. Does he eat breakfast at 7 o'clock? Do because the subject is they. Do they take a taxi to class? We begin the question with the auxiliary when the answers or the possible answer is only yes or no, because we begin with the auxiliary. So, do you get up early on Sundays? There are only two options, yes or no. Does he eat breakfast at 7 o'clock? Yes or no? Do they take a taxi to class? Yes or no? In this case, no, comma, I get up late, not early. Number 2, no, he eats breakfast at 7:30, not at 7 o'clock, at 7:30. And number 3, no, they take the bus, not a taxi, the bus. These are the questions for yes, no answers. Do or does, depending on the subject. We have another possibility. We can begin the question with a question word. What or what time? What time or when? This is the option to begin with a question word. What time? Immediately after the question words, we have the auxiliary. What time do? What time does? What time, oh sorry, when do? What time do you get up? The answer is not yes, no. The answer is a big range of possibilities. What time do you get up? At 6, at 7, at 8? A lot of possibilities. At noon, in this case. What time does she have dinner? Again, we have many possibilities. In this case, at 8 o'clock. And when do they take the subway? We have a lot of options. In this case, the answer is 2 days in the week, on Mondays and Tuesdays. Remember, the auxiliary for I, you, we, and they is do. The auxiliary for he, she, it is does. Questions?
They is do.
Yes, the auxiliary for they is do.
Okay.
George, questions? Perfect. Well, let's complete the exercise A. Complete the questions with do or does. In number 1, the subject is you. So the question is do. Do you get up late on Sundays? Complete the rest. You will have 5 minutes for this exercise. I'll be with you in 5 minutes. Well, it's time for checking. Let's check your answers. George, number 2.
It's do you have lunch at home every day?
Fantastic. Victor, number 3.
Does what time does your father leave work on Friday?
Yes, because your father is he. Great. Elvis, number 4.
Does your mother cook on weekday?
On weekdays.
Weekdays.
Yes, that's good. Number 5, Jesus.
Does your father shop on Saturday?
Excellent. George, 6.
Do you take a walk in the evening?
That's fine. 7, Victor.
When do you listen to music?
That's good. 8, Elvis.
What time do you check your email?
Excellent. 9, Jesus.
What time does your parents have dinner?
Oh my God. Pay attention. It's your parents, plural, mother and father. So like you, because
Okay, teacher.
George, number 10.
When do you study English?
Yes, fantastic. 11, Victor.
Excuse me, teacher.
Does.
Teacher, en este night is does is ahí está hablando de plural, ¿no? Debe ser das en la 9.
Okay, Elvis,
Oh,
remember, we use auxiliary do for the subjects I, we, you, and they. In this case, your parents,
It's days, ¿no?
they, because it's your mother and your father. So the auxiliary for they is do. In number 5, your father is only one person. He is does. In number 4, it's only your mother. She does. But in the case
okay.
of number 9 is your parents. They.
Oh, okay.
That's why the auxiliary
Still,
is
still.
excellent. Don't worry. I don't know.
11
Victor, 11.
is, does your best friend ride a bike on the weekends?
On weekends, fantastic. And Elvis, number 12.
Do your father drive to work every morning?
Okay, in this case is does your father. Yeah, because it's only your father, yes? Only one person. Okay, guys, these are the answers. Now, what do you have to do? You have to ask the questions to one of your classmates. You will work in pairs. You will ask the questions. For example, George, do you get up late on Sundays? And George, you maybe say, no, I don't. I get up at 8 o'clock. I play basketball on Sunday mornings. So the other person will tell the group the report. It's only an example. George doesn't, negative for he, she, it, doesn't get up early on Sundays. Yes? George doesn't get up early on Sundays. So you will interview your classmates. You have to ask the 12 questions and you have to give me the report of some of the answers you received. When you answer the questions, you can use the time expressions in the box. We have early, late, every day. Pay attention. We use preposition at when we mention the time at 9. We use at with noon at midnight, at noon, at midnight, and we use at night. But we use in for the morning, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. And when we mention specific days, we use preposition on Sundays, on weekdays, on weekends. So you will interview your classmates with questions 1 to 12. Do you get up late on Sundays? Do you have lunch at home every day? What time does your father leave work on Fridays? Etc., etc. You will take notes from the answers you receive and you will give the class a report. For this activity, we will work in pairs. George, you will work with Victor. Elvis, you will work with Jesus. Everybody, please accept the invitation.
No, my work it's only the plant. I'm work OEM.
Okay. Your work is inside, no?
Yes, I don't have homework. Only in the plant.
Okay. My work is the same in the plant.
The work is in the plant. Uh,
Please.
do you ride? Do you ride a bike on the work? Mejor dicho, at the work.
At the work. No. I have a car.
This class, this class starts at 7 o'clock.
This is
This
this is not the activity, Jesus and Elvis. The activity is the exercise A, the exercise B, sorry, but you have to use the questions in exercise A. These questions, exercise A. Yes, here.
what
Do you get off
is
late on Sundays? Yes. What time does
uh,
your mother leave work on Fridays? Do you take a walk in the evening? These questions, 1 to 12. So please work on these questions. Perfect, guys. Very good. So now that you have information from your classmates, tell me, Jorge, tell me what information do you have from from Victor? What do you know about Victor now?
Uh, Victor work in hydroelectric, Trojes. Your favorite sport is soccer. Your team is
So you have to say, you have two options. Option number one, you can tell
okay.
me Victor's team.
He go to the gym every day.
Okay. Now, Elvis, tell me about Jesus, please.
Okay, and Jesus, the favorite deport is soccer. His favorite team is Cruz Azul. I not remember más information.
Remember that you have to take notes, guys. Okay, don't worry. Let's continue. Now, Victor, tell me about George.
Okay, George working in solar. He have he have he have lunch every day 10 o'clock.
Okay, remember
He has okay. He has your he has Friday. It's your favorite day.
okay,
Uh,
favorite day is Friday. His, not your.
his favorite day is Friday in the evening. He has driven the car at the work.
Okay, perfect. Jesus, tell me about Elvis, please.
Elvis is you play favorite is basketball. Um, his favorite day is Wednesday. Uh, your team of players basketball is Chicago. He has driving in the car to work.
Okay, remember he drives. Direct the verb. He drives to work.
Perdón,
He drives
drives.
to work. Yes, it's not necessary has because we are not indicating possession, only subject and verb. He drives to work. Okay, perfect, guys.
Okay, teacher.
Let's continue now. Exercise C. Now it's the moment for this exercise, guys. On Scramble, the questions to complete the conversations. Okay? Then Ask a partner the questions. Answer with your own information. In this case,
What is unscramble? Unscramble.
okay, when we eat breakfast, we have the possibility to have scrambled eggs because they are mixed, they are combined. In this case, the words are scrambled, they are mixed. So you have to unscramble, to organize. It's a synonym of organize because they are disorganized in this moment. Okay, so you have you, what time, dinner, do, it is in disorder, is scrambled. What you have to do is to unscramble or to organize the words to create sentences, to create questions in this case. So the number one is the question word. What time? The expression. So we put what time. Immediately after the question word, we need auxiliary. So we have do, auxiliary do. What time do? After the auxiliary, we need the subject, you. So, what time do you? And then we need the verb. The verb is eat. What time do you eat? What time do you eat what? In this case, dinner, the complement. What time do you eat dinner? Now it's unscrambled. It's organized. What time do you eat dinner? The answer is at 7 p.m. That's the time. Now we have disorganized sentences here. You, every morning, check your messages, do. The answer is yes. I check my messages on the bus every morning. So you have to give me a sentence, a question to receive this answer. This is the exercise. Questions? Is it clear?
No.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Now let's work on this exercise. For this exercise, we will work the next way. Now, Elvis, you will work with Victor. Jesus, you will work with George and Oscar. Please don't speak Spanish. Speak only English. Everybody accept the invitation.
4.
When do you listen to music?
When do you see? Correct. It's correct. When do you listen to music? Ah, ya lo sacó. 5.
Five,
Pues no ha entrado nadie.
sería
Do you play sport?
Yes.
Do you and your friends play sport?
Play sport on the weekend.
Great. It's time for checking. George, what do you have for number 2?
Okay, it's do you check your message every morning?
Okay. Do you check your messages? Messages every morning. Excellent. Jesus, number 3.
Yes, this class does start at 7 o'clock.
Okay. What is the first word in a question? The first.
Does?
Yes, is the auxiliary. Does. Does what? Now I need a subject. After the auxiliary, I need a subject.
This class?
Yes.
The class start at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Teacher, duda, bueno, ahí nada más.
Yes.
Cuando son estos casos, entonces, bueno, en el modo de pregunta comienza con do o does. No puede empezar así como lo mencioné con this class.
No.
Ok.
Always an auxiliary. It can be
Gracias.
the beginning with the question word, like what time, but immediately after what time, the auxiliary do or does.
Ok.
Oscar, number 4.
Do you when listen to music?
Okay, in this case, you have question word when. It's possible to begin with the question word when. Then
When?
immediately after the question word, the auxiliary.
Do.
Yes, when do you listen to music?
When do you listen to music?
Yes. And Elvis, number 5.
Okay, teacher. Do you and your friends play sport on weekends?
Okay. Do you and your friends play sports on weekends? Yes, exactly. Very good. And we have the answer. Yes, we play volleyball on Saturdays. Perfect, guys. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much. And see you next class. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, teacher.
See you, teacher.